All right, so looking back at some of the information over here, describe the key attributes of the coordinate plane and graphing in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant of the coordinate plane, that's what we just did. All right, so key attributes. Key attributes means like things that describe a coordinate plane. All right, so things that describe a coordinate plane would be things like once again our x-axis, which is our horizontal vertex, or I mean vertex, horizontal axis. Wow. And then our y-axis right there is our vertical axis. Okay. And then a very important point that they will ask you about a lot is this right here. This point right there, 0, 0, like 0 with the X and 0 with the Y. Kind of looks like an owl. 0, 0 is called your origin. All right. It's where you start. Like an origin story is like where a superhero starts, right? The origin is where you begin. So if I'm trying to locate this point, I begin at the origin, I run 2, and I jump 4. So my points are 2, 4. Remember, your x comes first and then your y. So whatever number is on the x-axis first and then whatever number is on your y-axis second. All right, if I wanted to find this point, remember, it's 6 is my x and then 6 also as my y. So you can have the same number, just remember that one of them represents the number on the horizontal number line and one of them represents the number on the vertical number line. So horizontal number line, x-axis, vertical number line, y-axis. Now the reason why on this it says that we are going to graph in the first quadrant is because there's actually 4 sections to the coordinate plane. These lines, the y-axis and the x-axis, really just kind of go on for a long time. Oops, that didn't help. So these go on past, all right, so really kind of, it's like this is the part of the graph that we're looking at. But there's also, this is only quadrant 1. There's 3 more quadrants that you'll learn later, but you don't know negative numbers yet. So this one would go into negative x because you're going beyond 0 on the number line. So that's like -1, -2, -3. And then if you're going to go anywhere negatively on the y-axis, as you can see, that would put us in these 3 quadrants, which we don't know negatives. So we're not going to use those quadrants. Instead, we're going to focus on quadrant 1. All right, quadrant 1, which is exactly what it says right here. Describe the key attributes of the coordinate plane, x and y axis, and origin, and graphing in the first quadrant of the coordinate plane. So we need to be able to use positive numbers to graph in quadrant 1. All right, so moving forward, let's play that game again. Pick a dot. And then, after you pick that dot, describe its location to someone or decide where you could put that dot or like how you would describe which dot you're looking at. All right. Now give it a shot. Okay, dope. Now come back. Let's overlay the graph, the coordinate plane, right? So they're relatively the same dots, but we know more now. So were you able to give the correct coordinates? Did you pick a different dot? All right. This is basically showing you that this is the first quadrant of the coordinate plane. As you could see before, we look at the x-axis, which is the horizontal axis, and the y-axis, which is the vertical axis. Okay. Right here is our origin, which is 0, 0. All right. The point that we begin at, the origin. And then the way that we find an ordered pair is we find out where it is on the x coordinate first. So we go on the x-axis and we find that number. This case it was 12. And then we go to the y-axis number. In this case it was 9. So that ordered pair right there is point 12, comma 9. Just like you see right there. All right. And then basically, yeah, we're going to take a look at a couple more examples and get more familiar with finding coordinates. So I'll see you later. Bye.